All right, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and I'm going to prepare a presentation right now, and I'm going to expect basically that those of you who are watching it have little to no experience building an electronic portfolio. So that's what I'm going to do right in front of you. All right, your electronic portfolio, if you are in the spring 2022 semester, is due on Friday, 4/29/2022 by noon, not 11:59 p.m., but 11:55 a.m. I have to have the stuff graded by the end of that day. So I'm going to make two videos here. First I'm going to build it, and then I'm going to make another one where I push this to GitHub Pages. All right? So it says here you can either create this as one single page, which is what I'm going to do because it's easier, or you can create it as multiple pages. But you need a home or landing page, an About You page, a resume page, a portfolio page, and a contact form page. So either 5 separate pages, all right, or put it all in one page. Again, that's what I'm going to do. Now, if you've already taken the AWD1100 Web Development Technologies class, you already know HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, and Bootstrap 5. If you have not yet taken that class, you probably don't. So I'm going to use a product called Mobirise, which is a drag and drop kind of website creator. And this is a, if you want to see it, this is a URL that you can look at that's got about, I don't know, 13 to 15 minute presentation on it on YouTube that I found. Oh, not connected to the internet. There we go. So, like I said, it's not bad. It's about 13 to 15 minutes long, somewhere in there. There it is. The guy builds this.
And in this video,
I think that's him, but I don't even know. All right. So, with that said, I'm just going to start, and I'll walk through this stuff as we're going. But I do have Mobirise on my system right now, so I'm going to go into Control Panel, and I'm going to remove it, because I'm going to expect that probably most of you who are just starting don't have Mobirise on your system. So I just put it on a couple days ago, but I'm going to remove it anyway. So uninstall, and I'm going to reinstall it. So finish, it's gone. There is no Mobirise there. So go out and here, basically go out to mobirise.com. All right, download it for Windows. It says click to start, so it'll come in and it'll go through all this. It may give me messages saying I've already got things in that folder. It may not. I don't know. Also, I was playing around with this yesterday, so if it does come up and it already looks like there's a portfolio page there, don't worry about it. I'm going to create it all brand new. All right. So that's kind of what I was working on the other day. So let me just remove that. So you come in here and you click Sites and create a new site. Now it'll ask you sometimes if you want to include this or include that. Just say skip. All right, so I'm going to create a new site, and it asks for a name right away. And actually it gives you a goofy name. It gives you a name, Site 04, with the current date on it, etc. That's okay. Just keep that. It won't hurt anything. So click Add Blank Page. All right, and it's it pretty much is simplistic. Again, I'm going to make a one page, and before I do that, I have created a folder with some junk in it that I want, because it's stuff I'm going to pull in here. So it's called For Mobirise, and I've got in there that picture of me and a couple copies of projects I've made, some pictures of those. But one of the first things you can do is go in here and create a blank folder. We're not going to put anything in it until the end. But right mouse click on here, choose New Folder, put your name. So for me, Jeff Scott, run it all together, that's fine. Portfolio. So if your name was Bob Smith, it'd be Bob Smith Portfolio, etc. Okay, so I've got Jeff Scott Portfolio. Again, I'm not going to touch that till the very end. To start, as it says here, click the Start button. All right, and the first thing, so they got a bunch of stuff up here. I want a menu, and that's right up on top. You could choose any of these, but I'm just going to grab the simplest one, which is right here. So right now, by just dragging that over, I now have this. All right. So I'm going to change this. I don't want to. I want to change the text that's in here. So I'm going to type in Jeff Scott electronic portfolio. All right. So I've got that. If I had a brand name, I could put that in there as well. The first thing we're supposed to put in there is an about. Well, there's an about us now. I'm just going to change that to about. There's that. For services, I think the second one we want in there is like a resume. All right. The next thing that's in there, let me look. So I've got the about, the resume. I need a portfolio and a contact. So this one will become portfolio. All right. And the last one again will become contact. All right, so there my things are. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put in my about section that you see right there. All right, so let's see. I'm going to click the plus, and I got to find anything in here that I'm looking at that I might be able to use. I want something with a picture and some text next to it, so I think this will work. So I'm going to drag that in, and now I've got this. Okay, I don't want the button there. So I'm going to click on this little gear thing, and where it says buttons, I'm just going to drag that, and that's gone. I want to change this to my name, just Jeff Scott. All right, and yesterday I did start to create one of these, and I put some stuff in there, so I don't remember what it was, unfortunately. But I'll just put in there, hi, my name is Jeff Scott. I am currently an information technology instructor in the application and web development program, or AWD program, at Rankin Technical College in Wentzville, Missouri. I have nearly 40 years of experience in the IT field as both an instructor and programmer. You are now viewing my electronic portfolio. If you want to see further examples of my work, please check out my YouTube channel at URL, and I'm going to find it. So let's go to YouTube, and I'll put in here Jeff Scott. There we go, Jeff Scott, Rankin Technical College. Click on the J, and there it is. Let's see. I think I'll put a blank line in here. I like that a little better. Maybe even another. There we go. Please feel free to drop me an email at jpscott@rankin.edu. That's good enough. That's plenty. I'll take this and bold it. Kind of hard here to do a lot of work with the font on it. Don't think it lets me do too much. See, it says menu and it's got font. That's all that it's giving me for right now, okay? All right. So, but I can come in here and bold this so it looks a little bit bigger. So I think I can click off of it, click on it again, click on there. Well, I know that if I don't highlight all of it, typically what it does, let's see, color, align, menu, bold, there we go. All right, so now I want to change the picture and put in that picture of me, good, bad, or indifferent. So you just click on the image and it says drop images here or browse computer. And it is on my desktop in that folder called For Mobirise, and there it is. Click OK, and I've now got that. All right, nothing big, but you see it. Okay, hopefully everything makes sense. Okay, all right, I want to be able to, whenever I click jump, be able to jump right up to the top of my page. So I'm going to click on About here, and I'm going to click this link. I want to link to the page I'm on, and I don't know what's here. Top of page looks good. Okay, so right there, top of page. And insert link. That won't matter now because I don't have much on this page. All right, and let's put a little background color in this. You can see there's like a light grayish here if you look. But I'm going to click on the background here, click the gear, click on color, and what do we want? How about this light, whatever this is here, purplish or whatever. Okay? Now, again, if you don't like it, of course, you can always change this around any way you want to. All right? So the next thing I want to do is I've got that, is my resume. Now, this is going to look a little bit different, and I'm not even sure that what I'm about to tell you is going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. All right? I don't want to get into it in too much detail because until I finish with this, what I'm about to tell you isn't going to make a lot of sense. All right? So I'm going to click on here. I'm going to choose Article. And I want to find something that's very simplistic. All right, so let's see. I don't know if this one will work or not, but I'll try it. Okay, so I've now got this. And I don't want that text in there, of course, but I'll say, please click here to view a copy of my resume. Okay? And that's in Title 3, which is fine. But what I don't like is, well, I guess I can leave it. I can bold it. If I want to, I can also leave it italicized. That's fine. But where it says, please click here, I want to take the word here, and I want to make that a link. Okay? And I want to link to a file. But the point is, I can't link to that file yet. I'll have to link to it in just a moment. You know, in fact, I'm going to do that. Let's see. I link to a file, browse the computer. What I want to link to is I've got a copy of my resume right here, okay? But it's got this document, JP Scott Current Resume. Hopefully that'll still work, but we'll find out in a moment. So insert link, there that is. So I now have the About and I have the resume. Well, I'd like to set that up so that if somebody does go in and they click on that resume, don't know why this isn't showing now, but there we go. If they click on the word resume, okay, if they click right there, I want to link there too. So let's go to page. I think it's right here. I think it's content because that wasn't there before. So insert link. All right, we're going to run this in just a bit, but you'll see exactly what we're working on in a moment. So I want to put in another color here. I'm just going to put in a little splash of color, that's all. You don't have to do that. I kind of like when you do that. I think it looks a little nicer. Let's use that light gray. Yeah, that's kind of white. We'll use the darker gray. No, that's too dark. All right, that's kind of a light gray there. All right, so now I have my About my resume, so let's put in my portfolio next. Okay, and I want to come down here, and I want to go look down here now, and kind of like this where it says features. So I'm going to bring that in, and again I can look at it. Okay, hopefully, because I've had problems with this before, but let's see. Can I come in here and change? I want to change not the full width, title, autoplay, drag it, rows, auto size, gap, which color. What I want to do is get rid of one of these. All right, so slides. There used to be a feature as soon as you clicked on here and you clicked here, that would ask you how many columns you wanted. And I only want 3 because that's all I've provided for. Well, I'll tell you what, let's remove this. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to click on this and I'm just going to remove this. So How do I remove it? I just literally click on the garbage. It says, are you sure you want to remove this slider? Yes, I do. All right, I'm going to try to go back and re-edit, but with only 3 of these. Well, that one only has 3. Our new services, these only have 3. So let's see if that one is a little better than as far as what I want. Well, it's still got 4. I think it does it based on the size. So let me see if I click on just this one, click the garbage. All right, and I click OK. Hopefully that removed all of it. Goodness. See, I only want 3 of these. I can add another one if I need to. That's okay. So let's start with this. First of all, I don't want these social media icons. So I'm going to click here, and it should say something in here about, let's see, buttons. Actually, I don't mind buttons, but I don't want the icons. So name, role, arrows, social. So I don't want those. Boom, they're gone. That's good. All right, so this first one here, I'm immediately going to click, well, slides. All right, I don't want that image there. I'm going to browse my computer, and it doesn't matter which one I put in here. I'll put in that one. Let's see how it's changed. My second one, I will come in here, and I will put in this green one. And thirdly, oh, I don't like the way that came out, but it is what it is. I'm going to come in here, and again, go in and choose this one, open, boom. So you can see now, in fact, when I came in here and clicked on the last one, first thing it showed here was the garbage. So that's what I want. Now there's a way to center these. It won't be centered right now, unfortunately, but there is a way to center those. Okay, this isn't right because I wanted that to be bigger. You'll notice these two are the same size, and I want that one to be the same size as well. So let me go back. Just a little trick, and it's nothing big, but I want to look here. So this one says 549 by 893, 549 by 893, and that's the wrong size. So I want to come back and click resize, don't maintain the aspect, and I want 549 by, now I don't remember what it was, I think it was 893, but let's see, 549 by 893, correcto. It's going to skew it a little bit. Okay, it looks a little funny like that, but that's okay. So I'm going to do a file, save, and hopefully it'll save it this time in the right size. I just believe in some symmetry here. All right, so I'm going to click on that, click on my images, and see now if I put that in, if it looks a little nicer. There you go. All right, and now they pretty much look the same. Again, I would typically put another one here. Maybe I'll even do that just to show you how that's done. All right, and I'm going to call this St. Louis Blues Recycler View. Okay, and where it says programmer here, I don't really need this. This is a simple Android app using I'm going to say using a Android recycler view. Now that doesn't, there's too many Androids in there, so I'm going to let me change that to Java. Simple Java app using an Android recycler view. All right. And where it says view profile, I don't want it to say that. I'll say GitHub repo. Okay. I want all of them to say GitHub repo. We'll fix that in just a bit. This will say Wayland Bank Object Oriented C# program. Again, I don't want there to be any text in there. In fact, I could do that. Let me get rid of this text. And I'll put it there where it says type text. That maybe looks a little nicer. So I'm going to say this is a C# object oriented programming example program. Okay, I want to get rid of what's in here. And again, I'll click on here and change this so it says GitHub repo. I kind of like the fact that that's bolded, but this is not bolded, so I'm going to bold all of this. Highlight it, click the B. Now I've got two of them done. And this is going to say Alfano's Pizza Bootstrap 5 website. All right, again, I don't want this. So I'm going to come into here and I'm going to say this is a Bootstrap 5 responsive website for Alfano's Pizza. I will again come in here, change the code so that it says GitHub repo. All right, now I've got to find those repos and actually link to them both here and here. So let's see. I'm going to go out right now to my GitHub page. And let's see if I can find any of these. So the first one was blues. So can I find that? How about St. Louis? I don't want a new one. I want to search in here. I should be able to search. Why aren't you finding them? So let's see. I had this problem yesterday too. Just following for you. Marketplace Explorer. There's the Blues Recycler view. That's the one I want. So copy that. And I'm going to click on here. And on here, I'm going to see, can I add a link? Doesn't seem to like that, but for GitHub repo, I should be able to add a link right here. There's the link. I want to go to a page, and I want to open it in a new window. In fact, let's try web address. There we go. There it is. So there's my, so I can insert the link. Look one more time. It looked like it removed the, there's my GitHub, and I do want it open in a new window. GitHub repo, good. Insert link. Okay, there's that one. Let's go to this one, and it's the bank. But I've got to, again, find it first in here, so let's see. All right, that's what I want. Blues Recycler view. I've got a boatload of these in here. I should clean this up and get rid of a bunch of the garbage that's in here, but I haven't. So this was the one for the bank. And I don't even know if I actually saved this one to GitHub. So let's do that quickly. All right, so this was under here, and it was under Chapter 12 Practice, I believe. So I'm going to copy that there. There that is. Okay, this is the Lab 3 bank login. Let's go into Git Bash and do a git init. All right, I've initialized my repository. A git add dot, that'll add everything. Git commit -m. All right, and this will be C# oop program for my electronic portfolio. All right, so that's all done. Now I got to make something with this name. All right, so let's go back to here. I will do a new repository. Put that in. It says it's available. I'll make it public for now. Create it. Grab that line right here, which I need. Copy that to the clipboard. Put that in. All right, so git remote -v. That looks correct. So git push -u origin. I still have to say master. And boom, it should be there. Let's double check by taking this and refreshing the page. And there it is. So here is the address for it. So let me go back to Mobirise. Now I can put that in here. Not there. There we go. All right, so again, I want to change that to this. And I want this to be open in a new window. All right. And finally, we'll do the one for Alfanos, which again, I believe is out there already. I don't know how I got a dash there, but I did. So let's go out one more time and see if we can find Alfanos here. I don't want a new one. Under repositories, let's find a repository. Alfanos. There's two of them. I don't know which one is better, but I'll put this Alfanos 2 one out there. That looks okay. So there is the link to that. Go to my GitHub repo. And again, come right here and open that in a new window. Insert the link. I now have those three. All right. Instead of our team, I'll put in here portfolio examples. Portfolio examples. Let's add one more here. All right, and actually it may look funky if I do it, so let's just leave it the way it is. This is going to look a little skewed. It won't be perfectly lined up. Sorry about that. Okay? All right, so what else is left then? Well, for portfolio, let's click up here, and under portfolio, let's again click this, and we want to link to the page we're on, and I think that was the slider. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'll insert a link there. You'll see why I did all that in just a moment. Finally, we've got our contact, so we're going to put in a contact and a footer. So for the contact, I'm going to just come down here and find contact, and for now at least, let's see. Yeah, I don't like any of those. So I'm going to look for form. That looks better. Just going to bring that in. That'll be my contact form. There it is, name, email, send message. All right, you can go in and change some of this stuff. You can't add fields, but you can remove them. That's okay. I didn't change the color on this. So what? We made that. I changed the color on this one a little bit. It's too kind of hard to tell the color that it is right now. So click on here and on the gear color. You choose a nice light yellow. Ugh, it's not nice. How about that? I don't like that either. That's too similar to what I have. All right, I'll use that one. That's fine. And I'm going to make this blue again so it's kind of like the other one was. So again, I'm going to click here, click on here, go down to color. Again, choose that light blue, so that's done. All right, the contacts, again, I'll make this that kind of grayish. You can see I'm not spending a lot of time, and I'm getting a lot of stuff done here. So finally, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to grab a footer. All right, if I want, I can do a social. Kind of nice if you want to do that, because if you've got a presence on Facebook, Twitter, etc., you can put that there. All right, so you can see now I've got this. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to link to the ones that are ranking. We'll see if we can get it to work. So let me go here. Rankin, technical, college. Start with Twitter. So there's Rankin Twitter. Copy that. Click there. I don't want to insert that. There should be a way that I can come in here, and I thought there was at least. There we go, link to. Yes, we want to open that in a new window, insert the link. So let's see, the link looks right. That looks correct. Okay, and that's our Twitter. Hopefully it stayed. Let's see if it's still there. No, it reverts back. There's a way to make it stay, and I don't remember what it is offhand. So I'm just going to leave that off, but we'll leave that in there. So we've got the social media links. Even if you don't set yours right now, that's totally fine. Come in here, I'm going to make this blue again. All right, and then finally I'll put in a footer. So you can see what my site is looking like right now. All right, so I'll come down to footer. I want it to be very simple. So I'm just going to grab this one. I think when you grab this, I think it also puts a Mobirise one at the bottom, but I don't know if you can fix that or not. So I'm going to change this to 2022. Jeff Scott, all rights reserved. All right, I'm going to just leave it like that. I could change the color again, I believe, but it's totally fine the way it is. So I'm done. Now with this, again, there is a way that I can grab all of these, basically, and take this whole thing here and center it. It's through the gears, but let's see. Maybe that's it. Okay, that'll work. So now I've got a gap between each one of them. Maybe that looks a little bit nicer. Maybe you don't agree. All right. So I'm done creating this basically. Let's see, for the contact, I do want to link there. So contact, click on there, on the page I'm on, and I'll choose footer. That should work, and insert link. Now, if I want to see what this looks like, I can click this little eye right here. And this is what it'll look like right now. This is an actual running web page. All right, you can see I've done very little work and it looks fine. It's also fully responsive, meaning that as I shrink this down, you'll notice that it's still, that's meant this, how it's supposed to look on a phone. I don't know why that's not responsive, but it's not. It's supposed to be. I'm sure it's the setting that I used in there. I'd have to dink around with it a little bit, but it still doesn't look terrible. All right, so we've got that. That puts your hamburger menu here. Notice that now when I do this, when I click contact, I go down to the bottom of the page. Guess I shouldn't. I should have chosen follow us, but it's okay. Portfolio brings me to my portfolio. Resume up to my resume, and about sends me back home. That was setting those links. Okay. Now one more thing I want to do quickly, and then we will publish it, and we will be done with this part of it. And that is, I come back here. Kind of wish these were bold, so I'm going to highlight this. Thought I could make this bold. Maybe you can't. I don't want to spend too much time wasting time doing that. So, okay. So what do I want to do? Well, I want to publish this now. What does that mean? That means that I want to click the publish button, and now it'll say, what do you want to do? I want to use Mobirise. I want to publish it. I don't want to publish changes. I want to publish it to a local drive. Where? Well, remember on my desktop, I added this folder that's empty that's called Jeff Scott Portfolio. So right there, click Select Folder and tell it to publish. Now, if you screw up and you've got to go back again, make a whole new folder. Remove that folder. Don't just, I've tried publishing with changes, etc. Doesn't really like it. So, I'm going to come back to here. I now have inside of my Jeff Scott folder, there it is. The only thing I want to try to do is to grab my resume and copy it over here. All right? So I can actually look at this now. So I'm going to double click on the index file. There it is. Click here to view a copy of my resume. Well, it downloads it. Okay? It didn't show it, which I wanted it to do, but that's okay. That'll work. All right? No, I don't want to make, but I've now got a working copy. Again, you've seen that I can come in here and I can jump to my resume, to my portfolio, to my contacts. Again, I should have played with that a little bit. It's because of this stupid thing that they put here. And what else? Well, if I click here on this repo link, brings me there, so I could download it. If I click on this one, well, it didn't like that. Didn't like that one either, so it took that repo link. It didn't take these two. That ain't good. So I'd have to go back and fix that. All right? But all we have to do now is take what we have. And if you get this far, even if yours don't link, that's okay. But I'd like them to, so see if you can make them link. You can play with colors in here. You can play with font types. You can play with font sizes, etc. But I've spent maybe 15 or 20 minutes. All right, how long? All right, so 37 minutes. But now I'm going to take this and copy it out or push it out to GitHub Pages. So I'll be right back to do that one in just a couple minutes.